Okay, for mopping, you're going to want the mop bucket and the mop and this mopping solution right here. So this is okay to use with hot water, so you don't have to have the cold on, just the hot. Make sure the hose is inside the bucket. Push and twist. Until the bucket doesn't have to be full, but it should submerge most of the mop. When it's full to your satisfaction, turn this off. Make sure the hose gets back into the mop sink and doesn't drag on the floor. And then we're going to come out into the dining room and mop the floor. So when you're ready to mop, so make sure that your mop is nice and wet, and then put it up on the top here and press the wringer to squeeze the water out. I find that if I twist it once and do it again, I get even more water out, because you don't need puddles of water on the floor that take forever to dry. And then when you're ready to mop, what I want you to do is do like a back and forth motion like this. That just keeps everything trapped inside the mop head. And what I also want you to do is get up here on the table legs too, because there's a lot of spilled food and flour and other things on these table legs. So give those a swish too. And then keep going back and forth like that. Now along the wall, if you're doing this against the wall, you're just splashing muddy water up onto the baseboards. And then whoever has to clean the baseboards gets stuck with that. So I want you to sort of wipe along the baseboards like this and get the mud off the wall. And just repeat. So then after you've mopped all the dining room all the way back into the back hallway, and then you get to the prep kitchen, then put the mop back inside the bucket, take it back to the bathrooms, and do the same thing in both bathrooms. So today we're going to talk about the mop bucket and the mop head and the mop sink all together. So after you've finished mopping at the start of shift, so you're going to mop all through the dining room and then roll everything back, mop both bathrooms, and then when you come back, your bucket will need to be emptied for sure. So how you do that, you can hang up the mop where it is. It's hanging right there. And then take the wringer part out. And then tip all the dirty water into the mop sink. And then put this back together. And it has a little parking spot over here under the sink. Right there is where it's supposed to live. Now, your mop now has been every disgusting place in the building, so you're going to want to rinse it out. So you're going to take this hose right here. Make sure the mop is all the way in the mop sink. You're going to turn on the water.
Go ahead.
Okay. So by now, your mop has been in every disgusting place in the building, so you're going to want to rinse the chunks of food and toilet paper and whatever else it picked up out of the mop head so it doesn't smell. So to do that, make sure your mop is entirely inside the mop sink. Don't have it out here over the floor. That's going to be bad. So everything inside. You're going to make sure your hot water's on. Take the hose, turn the hot water on, and then rinse out your mop head like this. And you can see all the pieces of food coming out of it. Get inside, get everywhere. Okay.